Look for some trades here. First, I'm going to show you what I do every day before I start trading. Like after training today, I'm going to see if we can get some trades. First thing I do is go to Forex Factory, open up an account. I like cheeseburgers, so they call me Chubbies. So anyway, you just open your account, and what it is it gives you Forex news. And it gives, like in this particular situation, when you open it up, you hit refresh. And Wednesday, 1 a.m., which was this morning, the pound had an announcement. It was an orange folder, which really doesn't mean too much. You're looking for the red folders. This morning was US dollar core sales. Came in a little short, didn't affect the market too much. But there's some times, you know, unemployment numbers, things like that, they all come out. Non-farming, manufacturing, employment change. These are all things you want to stay, so like for instance, it's very hard to stay away from the dollar currency when you're trading Forex, and it's right before the New York session opens up. It's very difficult. So what I do is I just don't trade when there's a red folder. You know, there's people that just trade just the news. They'll wait for news to come out, and they'll go to the dollar pairs like euro dollar, dollar yen, whatever, and they'll wait for the announcement, and they'll just trade it up or down. That's not a very good way of trading, but people do that. So this is every day you should be looking at this and write down what's going to be affected. Today the dollar had an announcement, FOMC projections. Just click the folder and it'll tell you what happened. I don't have any idea what this stuff is. I just know that the market is affected by these red folders. So if it affects me, it's going to affect you too. So every day do that. So let me move this over here, back to the other screen. And so let's see what we can do to find some trades in Forex. All right, so you know, I'm going to do King Solomon. There's a lot of notes on here. This is a typical screen, or the indicator that I use to trade, because it gives direction and also the indicators plus the signals in here. So let's do what we always do. Come over here. Let's go to number lock, and let's go to the 480 screen. So let's come over here, move this out of the way, the quote board. Let's erase that. Let's erase all this stuff here. I'm going to do it all over again. All right, so let's find out the top of the market here is here. The bottom of the market is bottom of the screen. And this is the RSI, which is basically shows you oversold and overbought. And so right now it'll show you the direction that it's going. You can basically see it right here. So it's in a downtrend. It's moving into the channel. When it comes on this side, this is when you're looking for a bounce to go north. But anyway, so this is too big of a picture to place your trade. So let's go to let's go here. Let's go back to the 60, which I call the microscope. And let's see where we left off. We left off right there. Okay, so now we got to find out. This is kind of like home base. It seems like the currency always comes back to here. And it pretty much does. It always goes back to the strongest support line. And it did it. It kind of penetrated. It floated around. Now look at this. This may be going, euro dollar may be going south here. 118, 107. Let's look. $118, 107. There's too much traffic right there for me to tell. Anyway, but it's going down. We saw it on the Sierra charts. Anyway, so it's definitely going down, but let's take a look at this. Let's look for trend here. It's definitely on a downward trend. It's been kind of up on this side of the zero money. It's been up this side for a long time. I think it's ready to go, to make a trip to go down. It did break this line here, but then it just kind of hit maybe a new trend line, maybe this Bollinger Band. It started to go back up again. I don't know what it's going to do. Nobody does. But this is a serious downtrend on this Bollinger Band. And it looks like it may have like accidentally hit this, not accidentally, but it looks like it hit like ever so gracefully grazed the moving average here. It looks like this is going down. So who knows? I caught a big ride right here today. You're gonna believe this. This little move right here, within 20 minutes, I made like $5 grand. Pretty neat. So it works. We run into this. It's kind of like a blind squirrel finding a nut. I don't normally make $5 grand per trade. It's usually $300, $400, $500, $600, and I take 15 trades a day, and it adds up. But to have something like that is pretty neat. Pretty neat. So, all right. So it looks like it's going in a downtrend. Let me see. And if it is, if you are going to take this, I would take my first profit right here. That looks like a pretty good support line. But you have other support lines here too. You just have to watch it for looming support lines when you're going down. It's resistance lines on the way up. But let me put a text message here. If you're not in a position to take this trade now, let's say looks like Euro USD is going south. Has broken 1.18, 116. Whoops. Looks like Euro is going south. Has broken 118, 116. This is a very strong support line. Wait for volume. And Solomon signals. And today is the 16th, right? The year of our Lord. All right. There you go. Let's take the next trade. Let's go to dollar yen. Erase these lines. And let's go to, Trades and consolidation. I would pass this until volume picks. Okay, this was a few days ago. Okay. All right, let's look for the highs and lows. Here's a high right here. And here's a low right there. So now let's go back to the 60, and we're in no danger of hitting either or. All right, let's find out where we ended up for the day's business. Okay, so here's a good support line, and it bounced off of that. It looks like it's going up. Now keep in mind, Forex trades not only bounce off of support and resistance, but they also bounce off these Bollinger Bands and the moving average. So I'd be very cautious if you take this trade now, that there is a Bollinger Band right here. And there's also another good support line or resistance line here. That's one thing when you're going down and then it goes back up. Every time it changed candles or it left a wick or a shadow, that would be considered a support resistance. So just be careful on the way up. Here's a good one here too. And you could do your own. So if it is going to go up, just be cautious. And it won't break structure till it hits here and it passes that. If it breaks structure here, this thing's going to run. So right now you are battling a very strong downtrend, but you also are going north. Okay, so we'll see what happens here, but let's put a text here. Looks like it may go north, but be cautious. With resistance. Wait for volume and Solomon signals. Okay. All right, let's go to Euro JPY. This looks like the exact same trade. All right. Right there is where it left off. Very, very good support line there. I think it's going to bounce and go north. Let's go to Aussie dollar. All right, so let's figure this out here. Seems like every time we're looking at things, it's always on a good support line, right? You just have to keep this in mind when you're trading. Now, if it does continue to go, man, it's hard to tell on this one. I think, in my opinion, it's going to go north for now. Right there. Even though it is kind of ranging here. You see this range? No, I'm going to erase this. I don't like that. You see how it's kind of like kind of created a channel? It just bounces between support and resistance. It's just gaining momentum. That's all it's doing. It's collecting people's pending orders because the institutional traders know that we trade between support and resistance. It kind of broke support here and created a new low, and then it just bounced up and did this. So now it's back on track again. I think it's going to go north. Just we'll go north. Within channel. Wait for volume and signals. That's all we can say right now. All we have is history. So it looks like that's what it may do here. Let's go north. Let's look at pound dollar. Okay, what's this one doing? It had a small trend here, but if you look at it, it's been trending long for a while. Up, 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 up. See these, where I started this, I just happened to pick this line here. This is kind of support and resistance as well. You see, every time it breaks here, it comes way down. Look for these big spikes within the if it pierces the Bollinger Band like this, look for it to go the other way for a long move. You see how it pierced here and it went back the other way? Look for that stuff. It works. Okay? It kind of pierced here and then just went north. This is a big red candle. I don't think it's going to break this zero line, which is kind of like a zero line. But let's look for this trade to continue north. Wait for signals. Let's look for one more. You could do this all day long. This is how it works. Where do we leave off? Right here. In my opinion, I think it's going to bounce. It's just kind of bouncing, coming down. I think it's going to bounce and go south. It's what I think is going to happen. Okay. All right, guys. So today's going to be a pretty good night. It's kicked off a little late. The trading did, the volume did, but guys, Forex is here, and it's going to be very, very good. Well, it'll go all the way through December. Everybody takes a few weeks off for the holidays, and those of you who haven't traded in the beginning of the year, it is unbelievable. It's very, very hard to miss. So a lot of good stuff happening. A lot of good stuff happening. Forex isn't always like this, like the summertime. It literally sucks to trade in the summertime, but it gets you good. It does. It gets you very battle hardened. But anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you letting me into your lives, let me trade. It's kind of weird out there, weird times. Feels like very Civil War-ish. So just take care of yourselves, be safe. And I always have this saying, and I truly believe it. I think we're put on here on this earth to help people that can't help themselves. So make sure you love your family, love your neighbor, help somebody that can't help themselves. All right, guys. My name is Sidney Guajardo. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.